All right, so we are going to break down the one-step equations into 4 parts. This is one-step equations. Make sure that you're taking notes. Part 1. And part 1 has to deal with addition relationship. Addition relationship with x term. Okay. So equations, we're going to deal with them a lot. This is the addition relationship of an equation. For example, you got x plus 5 equals 11. The x could be on the other side. 11 equals to x plus 5. That's okay. These two mean the exact same thing. You could also have the x and the 5 switched. You could have 5 plus x equals 11, or you could have 11 equals to 5 plus x. All of these are exactly the same. And what you need to recognize first is that these two guys right there, the x and the 5, it's an addition relationship, right? And that's the case in all of these addition relationship. And you always focused on the x. Addition relationship, right? Addition relationship, right? Once you recognize their relationship, you can now know what the solution to that addition is. Now, x needs two things to be happy, right? X happy. X has to be isolated, and x has to be positive, okay? Those two things are needed for x to be happy. And what that means is, what happy means is to know the value of x. Okay, that's what happy means. Happy means that we know what the x equals to. And right now, we don't know what x equals to. I don't know if x is, I don't know if it's a 3 or is x a 10, is x a 1? I mean, I don't know. But the way to know is to get x by itself. So how do we get x by itself? Well, again, once you know the relationship, and in this case, the relationship is addition, the solution then is the opposite relationship, which is subtraction, right? You have to subtract that 5. And what happens between 5 minus 5, let me put it a little lighter. What happens between 5 and minus 5, what do you get? You get a 0. And that's what I want. I want to get rid of that 5 so that x is by itself, right? It's just that we don't need to write x plus 0. We don't need to write that. We just need to write x, okay? Because we got rid of the 5, right? X plus 5, subtract, you get 0. Now, over here is not 0. This is 11 minus 5 equals to 6. And now that the x is by itself, we know that x equals to 6. And we can check it if we want to. I'm not going to ask you to do that. But if you want, you can check it. You can take this 6 and plug it into the x and then be like, oh, okay, 6 plus 5 equals 11, which is true. 6 plus 5 does equal to 11. And that's the goal. The goal is to know what the value of x is, okay? Now, in all 4 of these situations, you do exactly the same because they're all adding 5, adding 5, adding 5. It's an addition of 5, okay? So if it was on this, in the right side, I would do the same thing. I would go ahead and subtract 5 under the 5, subtract 5 under the 5. And that gives me Again, 0 right there, which leaves me with just x, and 11 minus 5 is 6. So again, it doesn't matter whether the relationship is on the left side or the relationship with x is on the right side, but you always handle the number that is with the x. You will never ever, okay, don't ever do this. A lot of students do this right here. They subtract 11 on both sides. Don't do that, please, because it's x that determines that, right? And in this case, the x is going, hey, I need you to get rid of the 5. I don't need you to get rid of the 11, right? So that's why we got rid of the 5 on both sides. Equals to 6, okay? Same thing here. Same thing here. It's the same problem. You just got to get used to seeing that, okay? Here, same thing. Even though the 5 is in the front and the x is in the back, as opposed to the x is in the front and the 5 is in the back, doesn't matter. This is still an addition relationship, 5 plus x. So since it's 5 plus x, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5. Both sides of the equation. And that equal sign is the wall, is what divides one side of the equal sign and the other side of the equal sign. Okay, again, 5 minus 5 is 0. So then we have, the x is like, yay, I'm all by myself. But over here, 11 minus 5 is 6. Right? And again, same thing. It does not matter that the 5 is on the front. It doesn't matter that the x plus the 5 is on the right side. It's still, you got that equal sign. And the x is going, hey, could you get rid of this guy, please? And so then, yes, the relationship addition. So then I must do subtraction on both sides. Okay. X equals to 6. Right? Now I can go ahead and move it over a little bit. Let me do that. Let me go ahead and move this a little bit over. Yep. And again, all 4 of these is the same exact situation. All right. So I want you to try this on your own without my help. Pause the video and try it on your notes, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay. Let's try something like 3 plus x equals to, let's go with 7. X plus 3 equals to 7. Let's go with 7 equals to 3 plus x. 7 equals to x plus 3. Again, same exact problem, 4 different setups. And I want you to pause the video if you like right now. Okay, I'm assuming that you paused it, that you worked through it. So now I'm going to show you what to do, right? Again, the x is going, hey, could you please get rid of this guy? I want to be alone so that I know what my value is. So then you go, oh, okay, certainly. This is what? This is an addition relationship, right? 3 plus x. So then we're going to go ahead and subtract 3. And what is 3 minus 3? 0, right? And then we have the x alone. 7 minus 3 is 4. And that is the value of x. X equals to 4. So we know, oh, okay, that's the value of 4. Great, awesome. Now again, it doesn't matter that the 3 and the x are switched over. It's still an addition relationship. This is an addition relationship. So how do you solve for an addition relationship? By subtracting. Okay, solution. Oh, geez, let me write that again. Solution is subtraction. Okay, because the relationship is addition, the solution is the opposite relationship, which is subtraction. Okay, again, we get a 0 here, get x equals to 4. Same thing. And again, it doesn't matter that x is in the front, x is in the back. I mean, the 3 is in the front, the x is in the back, doesn't matter. I'm still wanting to get x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 3 here. And I end up with the x equals to 4. Same thing every single time, right? Regardless of the situation. And then over here, same thing, 3 minus 3 equals to x, and over here equals to 4. So all 4 of these situations are exactly the same. Now, please watch out when you have to deal with negatives, okay? So for example, and you can pause this video after I show you the problems, and you can try it on your own and then unpause to see the solution. Let's say you have something like 4 plus x equals to negative 11 or 10 to make it easy. Let's go with x plus 4 equals to negative 10. Negative 10 equals to 4 plus x. Negative 10 equals to x plus 4. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can solve this on your own. Okay, I'm assuming that you did pause, that you did try it. Please, it really helps for you to try it beforehand. Now, again, I know that there's a negative going on, but I'm not going to worry about that because I'm focused on the relationship with the x, right? Who does x have a relationship with? And right now it has a relationship with the 4, and that is still an addition relationship. So I'm still going to, what is the solution to an addition relationship? Solution is subtraction. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4 on both sides, right? But here's the deal this time. Even though solution is subtraction, technically, right? Negative 10 minus 4 doesn't give you 6. It gives you negative 14. So you got to watch out for when you deal with negatives, okay? So you gotta understand that this is not, I mean, it is a subtraction of a bigger subtraction, but essentially it's an addition. So a lot of students get confused with that, all right? Understand what the difference is between subtracting from a positive number and subtracting from a negative number, okay? And understand the difference. But again, same thing happens on all 4. X equals to negative 14. Again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm focused on this relationship. That is addition. I'm going to subtract 4. Right? X equals negative 14. I'm focused on this relationship right here. That's x plus 4. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4. X equals to negative 14. Okay, so that is part 1 of addition relationship with x. Next will be part 2. So go ahead and check it out.